Good, happy Friday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. And by the way, we have our behind the scenes video going, so just go to my regular Facebook page or to the Riley King Network Facebook page to see this video going and this video going as well. You can watch either one of them. We have lots of news to get to, so let's begin. We begin with breaking news. Senate aide Comey has declined to testify before intelligence meeting. Let's take a listen to the video from CNN.
Moving on to the news of the week, really, and the day, did President Trump record his conversations with former FBI Director Comey?
I assume you're referring to the tweet, and I've talked to the President. The President has nothing further to add on that.
And why did he say that? Why did he tweet that? What should we interpret from that?
As I mentioned, the President has nothing further to add on that.
Are there recording devices in the Oval Office or in the residence?
As I said for the third time, there is nothing further to add on that.
Does he think it's appropriate to threaten someone like Mr. Comey not to speak?
I don't think that's not a threat. He's simply stated a fact. The tweet speaks for itself. I'm moving on. John, I think the President's comments about Russia and collusion have been very clear with respect to some of the charges that have been made. He's been very clear that it's one thing that he believes that the notion that there's collusion is a hoax. It's been reaffirmed by several people, including.
Okay, and there you go on a little bit on that video. And we want to hear from you. What do you think about the Comey getting fired and Donald Trump as well? Let us know and comment below. Ex-Phillips Academy official pleads guilty to sexual assault. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
With pain treated with opioids, but the medication they desperately need is now harder to get than ever. How new laws are affecting people prescribed opioids, and what doctors are now worried could happen if restrictions go too far. Monday at 11 on WMUR.
With the man who sexually abused him more than 4 decades ago sitting just feet away, Alton Lawrence Jenkins said it was a surreal experience.
I think you go onto autopilot.
In the fall of 1973, Jenkins was a prospective student at Phillips Exeter Academy. The admissions officer at the time was Arthur Peekle. County Attorney Patricia Conway recounted what happened 43 years ago when Peekle told 2 boys they couldn't spend the night in the dorm.
2 cots were pushed up against the defendant's bag.
And during the night, Peekle sexually abused Jenkins. Jenkins says he spent that night in terror, believing he was going to be killed. And after telling his parents...
2 days after it happened, I sat in the living room of the principal's house and was questioned very in depth.
The result, at the end of the year, Peekle left the academy to teach elsewhere. Jenkins eventually reported what happened to police in April of 2015, something that helped him get past his feelings of self-loathing that he'd been living with.
It's there whether you know it or not, and that the process of confronting it is, I think, for me, has been extremely important.
Under the negotiated plea, Peekle was sentenced to 12 months, all suspended. He will also have to pay a fine, undergo a sex offender evaluation, and register as a sex offender for 10 years. Jenkins says he's fine with Peekle not going to jail, saying Peekle's reputation is permanently stained.
He said he was guilty, whether he believes it or not. He's guilty.
Peekle had nothing to say as he was hustled out of the courtroom by his attorney. Now, Jenkins is meeting later on with the principal and the chair of the Board of Trustees of Phillips. He says he is expecting some sort of an apology, and he has one regret. He wishes he never went to the academy. Reporting live in Brentwood, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report and video. Woman finds man wanted in ex-girlfriend's shooting dead in trunk of car. Let's take a listen to this video from WCVB Boston.
News Center 5 with Maria Stefanos and Ed Harding. ABC World News Tonight with David Muir. Reporting to you what's happening now. Preparing you for what's next. So you know. We begin tonight. WCVB News Center 5. ABC World News Tonight.
Obviously, the Chelmsford Police Department from last night and all day today assisted the Lowell Police Department in search of Mr. Elliott. At approximately 1:45 this afternoon, we received a call at the Chelmsford Police Department that the owner of a vehicle believed she observed what she thought was a hand sticking out of the trunk of her vehicle. We responded with several officers, cleared the immediate scene, and upon approach of the vehicle, it was immediately apparent to the officers that there was a deceased male in the trunk of that vehicle. We contacted the Lowell Police and the District Attorney's Office. Lowell Police detectives arrived on scene and confirmed that the deceased subject was in fact Mr. Elliott.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Officer rescues cubs too weak to keep up with mother bear. Let's take a listen to this video from WMTW News 8 in Maine.
Are you paranoid? Who are you? All of the above. He's a multimillionaire who some believe got away with murder.
That software millionaire on the run, suspected of murder.
Now tonight, 2020 tracks him down.
Did you order a hit on him?
Of course not.
He says he's being framed, but is he?
Why go on the run?
I think on the run, I'd be a dead man now.
Now tonight.
Are you losing your mind?
Are you?
No.
You just may not believe what you see.
It's not gonna happen. Goodbye.
A stunning 2020 at 10/9 Central on ABC.
That's a video of the baby cub. New Hampshire State Police shared a photo Thursday of one of their troopers holding a bear cub that was rescued in Carroll, New Hampshire. According to state police, someone reported that a mother bear and 4 cubs were on the road near Bretton Woods Ski Resort. Trooper Thomas Owens responded with Carroll Police to make sure the cubs were safe. Officials said 3 of the cubs were strong and could run with the mother, but 1 was very small and weak. State police, along with New Hampshire Fish and Game officers, decided to remove the small cub to bring it to a rehabilitation center in Lyme. Carroll Police said the mother bear had another one of her cubs picked up by officers on Wednesday. Officials said the cubs will be released into the wild when they grow strong enough. State police remind the public to keep bears wild by avoiding feeding them human food, even if they are adorable. Anyone who runs into wildlife issue is asked to contact local police or New Hampshire Fish and Game. And now let's take a look and see where your stock market's closed at this evening. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the red and went down. Your S&P 500 index closed in the red and went down. Your NASDAQ closed in the green and went up. Your RUSS 2K closed in the red and went down. And VIX closed in the red and went down. Dow and S&P close lower on retail pain. Snap 3-week winning strike. JCPenney drops 14%. U.S. equities closed mostly lower on Friday as investors designated a tough week for retail as well as mixed economic data. Trump asked Comey for loyalty at dinner, sources say. President Trump asked former FBI Director James Comey more than once about whether he could be loyal over the course of a dinner meeting, according to a source familiar with the meeting. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday night. Good night, everyone. Bye.